Do you have a soul? Not as an idea, not as a belief, but as something real. Something that exists beyond your body, something that continues when the physical world falls away. For thousands of years, humans across every culture and civilization have believed there is something inside us that cannot die. But what is it? Where is it? And is there any real proof? Tonight, we're going to explore the soul not as religion, not as philosophy, but as a mystery that bridges science, consciousness, and the hidden layers of reality. Because if the soul is real, even in the smallest form, then life is far more extraordinary than we imagine. Welcome to the unknown, where questions never end and no answer is final. This is Enjoyable Duck. Before anything else, we must understand what people truly mean when they say soul. Across cultures, the definition changes, but the core idea is the same. The soul is believed to be the real you, the part of you that thinks, feels, and remembers, the part of you that survives the death of the body, the part that is eternal. Some traditions say the soul reincarnates. Others say it returns to a divine source. Some say it stays near the physical world. Others say it moves to a higher dimension. But all of them point to one truth: you are more than your body. The question is, can we prove that? Science can explain almost everything: planets, atoms, black holes, DNA, energy, matter. But there is one thing science still cannot explain: consciousness, your awareness, your inner experience, your ability to think, imagine, love, remember, and dream. Neuroscientists can measure brain activity, but they cannot explain how electrical signals create a sense of self. You are watching this right now. You hear my voice. You feel emotion. You make choices. These experiences exist beyond the physical signals in your brain. This is the hard problem of consciousness, the greatest mystery in science. Some scientists now believe consciousness might not come from the brain at all. It might simply use the brain, like a driver uses a car. If that's true, the soul might not be mystical. It might be the foundation of consciousness itself. Now let's look at one of the strongest pieces of evidence that something survives the body: near-death experiences. Millions of people have reported the same patterns. Their heart stops, their brain shows no measurable activity, and yet they remain conscious. When they return, they describe watching doctors work on their body, hearing conversations from outside the room, traveling through a tunnel, meeting deceased relatives, feeling overwhelming peace, seeing a bright light, and reviewing their entire life in seconds. These reports come from all cultures, all ages, all religions, even people with no beliefs at all. Many describe verifiable details they couldn't have known. If consciousness were only produced by the brain, this should be impossible. But it happens again and again. The self seems to exist without the body. And that, by definition, is the soul. Another astonishing phenomenon comes from children who remember past lives. Over 2,500 cases have been documented by researchers at the University of Virginia. Children as young as 2 describe memories of places they've never seen, people they never met, and details they should not know. In hundreds of cases, these memories were verified. Some children even had birthmarks or scars corresponding to the injuries of the person they claimed to have been. If these memories are real, they point to something profound. Consciousness continues and carries information with it. That is not the brain. That is something else entirely. Almost every ancient tradition describes a second body, an energy body. The Egyptians called it the Ka. Hindus call it the Atman. Chinese traditions call it Qi. Western mystics call it the astral body. Modern science, interestingly, has found that the human body emits an electromagnetic field that extends beyond the skin. Your heart creates a measurable field several feet away. Your brain produces waves that influence others nearby. When you feel emotion, this field changes. When you are calm, it expands. When you are stressed, it contracts. Could this be the scientific foundation of what ancient cultures called the soul? A non-physical layer of consciousness interacting with the physical body? Many researchers think so. Quantum physics adds an even deeper layer. It shows that reality is not physical at its core. Particles do not exist in definite places until they are observed. Information can travel instantly across space. The building blocks of reality behave more like thought than matter. Some physicists now believe consciousness is woven into the fabric of the universe itself. If consciousness is fundamental, then the soul is not supernatural. It is simply the deeper layer of what we already are. Now consider what this means in a simulated universe. If reality is like a video game, the brain is the character, and you, the consciousness, exist outside the game. Your soul would be the player controlling the avatar from a higher dimension. Death wouldn't be the end. It would be logging out. Dreams, meditation, and near-death moments often produce the same feeling. This world is not the real world. It's a temporary experience. If the universe is a training ground, a school, or a temporary simulation, then the soul is the part of you that exists before, during, and after this experience. So why would we have a soul? What is its purpose? There are three leading possibilities. The first, the soul is here to learn. Life is difficult, painful, beautiful, unpredictable. Every challenge teaches something: patience, compassion, strength, forgiveness, humility, love. Perhaps the soul enters the physical world to grow through resistance. The second possibility, the soul is here to remember. Some traditions say you already know who you are, but you forget when you enter the physical world. Life becomes a journey of remembering your true nature, rediscovering the wisdom your soul already holds. The third possibility, the soul is an eternal observer. It watches the story of your life unfold without judgment. It sees your choices, your failures, your victories, and it expands in consciousness through every moment of awareness. Instead of learning specific lessons, the soul grows simply by experiencing what it means to be human. If the soul exists, even in the smallest way, it changes everything. You are not your body. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness behind all of it. You cannot be destroyed. You cannot be reduced to atoms. You cannot disappear. You are something ancient, something powerful, something eternal. And this life is only one chapter of a much larger story. So, do we have a soul? The evidence points to an extraordinary conclusion. Yes. Not as mythology, not as fantasy, but as a real phenomenon science is only beginning to understand. The soul is consciousness beyond the brain, awareness beyond matter, identity beyond form. It is the part of you that dreams, that loves, that remembers, that searches for meaning. It is the part of you that continues when your physical body can no longer hold you. Whether you call it spirit, energy, consciousness, or soul, it is the truest version of who you are. So the real question isn't, do you have a soul? The real question is, are you ready to remember it? But what does it truly mean to remember your soul? Most people live their entire lives without ever sensing the deeper part of themselves. They wake up, go to work, chase goals, survive challenges, fall asleep, and repeat. Days blur into weeks, weeks into years. And somewhere along the way, something inside them grows quiet. But the soul never disappears. It only waits. It waits for silence. It waits for openness. It waits for the moments when the noise of the world fades and a different kind of awareness rises from within. The truth is, your soul has been speaking to you your entire life. You just weren't taught how to listen. Think about the times you felt a pull towards something you couldn't explain. A person you felt instantly connected to. A place that felt strangely familiar. A moment that felt destined. A dream so vivid it followed you into the morning. Where do those things come from? Why do they feel different from normal thoughts? Some researchers believe these moments are soul impressions, memories or signals from a deeper layer of consciousness that the brain usually filters out. Moments where the soul leaks into the mind. You might call it intuition. You might call it a gut feeling. You might call it a sign. But perhaps it's simply the soul whispering, "I'm still here." And the more you listen, the louder it becomes. Yet remembering your soul is not just about listening. It's about understanding what you truly are. You are not just a body living a life. You are a consciousness having an experience, a temporary human journey wrapped around an eternal awareness. When you understand that, everything changes. Your fears lose their power. Your mistakes become lessons. Your suffering gains meaning. Your purpose becomes clearer. Because if your soul is real, then your life isn't random. Your challenges aren't pointless. Your growth isn't accidental. Everything becomes part of a much bigger story. A story your soul came here to live. Some people feel this during meditation. Some feel it in nature. Some feel it after a loss. Some during near-death moments. Some during overwhelming joy. Some in quiet reflection. And some unexpectedly in a moment they cannot explain. There are times when life stops you, forces you to pause, and in that silence you feel something ancient, something wise, something familiar. That is the soul remembering itself. But to fully understand the soul, we must explore something even deeper, something that connects your consciousness to every other living being on the planet. Because if souls exist, the next question is unavoidable. Are they individual, or are they connected? Some cultures say each soul is a spark of a larger divine fire. Others say souls are fragments of a single consciousness experiencing itself in billions of forms. Even modern physics suggests the universe is not made of separate objects, but one continuous field of energy. If that's true, your soul isn't isolated. It's part of a vast network, a tapestry of awareness woven through existence. This might explain why you feel other people's emotions, why you sense someone's presence before they speak, why you think of a person seconds before they call, why love can break your heart yet heal it at the same time, why kindness feels meaningful, why cruelty feels wrong. Your soul recognizes itself in others. It knows the connection even when the mind forgets. And if souls are connected, then consciousness might not be something inside you. It might be something you access, like a field. Your mind is the receiver. Your soul is the signal. Your thoughts are the broadcast. Imagine that for a moment. Imagine consciousness not as a flame inside your brain, but as an ocean. And your soul is a wave rising temporarily above the surface. The wave has shape, identity, form. But the ocean is its true nature. When the wave falls, the ocean remains. And so do you. But if this is true, if your soul is part of a vast conscious field, then death is not the end. It's a return, a transition from the limited to the unlimited, from the temporary to the eternal, from the wave back to the ocean. This idea appears in every culture, every religion, every spiritual teaching in history, not because of shared myth, but because humans across time have felt the same truth. Life does not end where the body ends. Your story does not stop at your final breath. It continues somewhere the physical world cannot reach. But if the soul continues, what does it carry with it? Memories, emotions, identity, lessons, energy, all of them. Some researchers studying near-death experiences say that when people cross over, they feel their identity expand, not dissolve. They become more themselves, not less. They remember who they were, who they are, and something even deeper, who they've always been. It's as if death pulls back the curtain of reality, and beneath the character you're playing, the soul steps forward. This leads us to a profound idea. What if you chose this life? What if your soul selected your challenges, your relationships, your path, not as punishment, but as opportunity? Growth only happens in friction. Strength is built in resistance. Wisdom emerges from experience. Your soul may have chosen this life not to suffer, but to evolve, to learn love, to learn forgiveness, to learn courage, to learn compassion, to learn acceptance, to learn strength. Every pain becomes a teacher. Every joy becomes a reminder. Your soul isn't something you need to find. It's something you need to remember. You remember it when you follow what feels meaningful. You remember it when you listen to your intuition. You remember it when you pay attention to the synchronicities in your life. You remember it when you choose love over fear. You remember it when you choose growth over comfort. The soul doesn't speak in words. It speaks in knowing. It speaks in energy. It speaks in experience. It is the awareness looking through your eyes right now. It is the stillness behind your thoughts. It is the witness of your emotions. It is the presence that has been with you since your first breath, and it will remain long after your last. So if you truly want to remember your soul, start by remembering this. You are not here by accident. You are not here alone. You are not here temporarily. You are a conscious being experiencing a human life for a brief moment, a moment that might shape eternity. So ask yourself, not with your mind, but with the deepest part of your being. Who am I? Really? Why am I here? What is my soul trying to become? Because when you start asking those questions, your soul doesn't stay silent. It answers in your dreams, in your intuition, in your emotions, in your challenges, in your relationships, in your quietest moments. It answers in ways you cannot ignore once you begin to notice. And slowly, gently, unmistakably, you awaken to the truth. You are not a human searching for a soul. You are a soul, remembering that it is human.